Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lebkhang and this is ThroughEllesEyes. I've been going on and on about this video for the longest time ever, and today I really feel like a superwoman. It's Sunday the 12th of November and I woke up extra early just to make sure that I prepare the Sunday lunch, dinner and everything so that I can just sit down. So I've taken care of everything at home. The house is spick and span and the little one is asleep, so that gave me some downtime to actually record this. I tried to record it on Friday, but I had like 2 hours to spare before going to work. The lighting was great. I had like, I could just take the time out to record this, but I finished recording it and I wasn't actually happy with the end product. It just felt that it was a bit rushed, you know, because my son was still in the house and every time I would close the door, he would come knocking and screaming. And now that he's asleep, I'm taking advantage of that so that I can actually sit down and connect with you guys. I didn't go to church today, and the last time I went to church, this is what happened. Church is out, guys, and we're about to take a selfie with my guilders from church. Say hi, everyone. I went like it was a long time ago, but it was a reunion that I'd actually planned with a few of my peers that I went to that were part of the Wesley Guild with me. For those of you who don't know what the Wesley Guild is, it's a youth organization that is within the Methodist Church. So I am Methodist by denomination, and I've spent a very good I joined the Wesley Guild when I was 13, so I was very, very young, because most of the people who joined the Wesley Guild are from the age of 16 upwards. So they made an exception for me because I was about to start high school actually, and my friend introduced me to the Wesley Guild, and yeah, it was the best years of my life. It was just one of those amazing moments and phases of my teen or youth life, if I may say so. But yeah, let's get into it. This is the get to know me tag. I found a few questions on youtubesociety.com, and the second option, thanks to youtubesociety.com's SEO, it was easy to find the questions. I didn't have to rummage through a whole lot of links in order to get them. So I opted to go with these questions instead of the ones that I found on rootreport.com because I didn't like the sequence of them. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. The first question is, what is your middle name? No, I don't have a middle name, guys. It's just Lebkhang. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is teal. I absolutely love it. Who was your first best friend? That's the third question. My first best friend, because I wasn't exposed to a lot of kids in my formative years, like when I was going to crèche or daycare center, for those who may call it that. My first friends were my cousins, but when we moved from the Vaal to where I live now, I met this girl called Gwyneth Duplessis. She was actually amazing. I did not know a word of English nor speak English, and she was very accommodating. She was very sympathetic and empathetic and compassionate, you know. I mean, as kids are, because some kids are very mean, but she was very awesome with me. Taught me English. And yeah, she was the soft-spoken girl, and I think for her, she found a friend in me because her parents didn't allow her to go out that much, so we had easy access to one another. So if she wanted to go out, she'd come and play in my yard and vis-a-vis. So yeah, Gwyneth. How tall are you? I really don't want to lie because I forgot this detail completely. There was a wellness day at work and they confirmed this for me, but there was a note with all my results written out, but I kind of threw that. I misplaced it. I didn't throw it away. I misplaced it. Cats or dogs? Definitely dogs. Funniest moment throughout school? I enjoyed both primary and high school, but the vivid memories are all about high school. We actually there was a moment where, okay, there would be moments when we didn't have classes allocated to us. Those were called the free periods. And what we would actually just do is close the door and role play. And we like to play our favorite TV game shows. And the one for me that we really totally loved was Jam Alley. And everybody either wanted to be Venolia Mashego or the contestants, so that we can actually showcase our talents and how our presenter skills are. So it was absolutely awesome. Yes, we would cause a ruckus, and the headmaster would then come to our class. And that's basically it. The next question is, how many countries have you visited? Unfortunately, I haven't left South Africa, which is a shame, but I would really love to visit any of our neighboring countries or African states, because I'm mad about our continent. I'm those individuals who come from the school of thought that you cannot explore other parts of the globe or the world without seeing your backyard. And hopefully, if all goes well, next year my passport will have my first stamp of an African state or African country. 8, are you in or have you gone to college? Yes, I'm not currently studying. I have been to university. I refer to myself as an academic nomad, so because I feel like you learn through different environments. That's my personal opinion. I really like that concept of not being stuck to one institution, because you need to interact with different types of people. So I did my undergrad at the University of Johannesburg, and then I further went on to do my postgrad at University of Witwatersrand, which we popularly know or refer to as Wits University, because Witwatersrand sounds like a tongue twister. And number 9, what was your favorite or worst subject in high school? I would have to say I didn't have a worst. My favorites were economics and business economics, because I really liked text heavy or theoretical subjects, because it would give me, I'm a writer, so I love writing and expanding and kind of showcasing my understanding and giving examples of what I think relates to the topic that I'm given, or yeah, I really just loved those subjects. What is your favorite drink? Anybody who knows me knows that I go for water. If there's no water, then I won't. I will try juice, but yeah, my go-to drink is water. What is your favorite animal? Besides dogs, I really love dogs, but I would go for a dolphin. I think they are smart and hella cute. The next question is, that's question number 12. What is your favorite perfume? I have it right here. It's Narciso Rodriguez. For her, I have a story about this, but it's gonna take up the whole day. But I was obsessed with it and I tried to avoid buying this perfume, but it just kept on haunting me, and I ended up buying it. But my partner actually got me the first one, if not my boss. But yeah, I was raving and ranting and raving. I could smell it from a mile away. Like, if you walk past me and you have it on, I'd be like, excuse me, is that Narciso? Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Tea or coffee, none. But if on a cold day, I would definitely go for rooibos without any sugar. What would you do, or have you named your children? So for those who don't know, yes, I mentioned a young little man in my life. I've got a son, a 22-month-old boy who's very energetic. We refer to him by his initials most of the time, KTT, but his name is Kabo Endle, which means precious gift or beautiful gift. Yeah, he's in my life. What sports do you play or have you played? So in primary school, I used to do high jump and athletics, and as well as netball. So I was very good in all three. And then when I got to high school, hey, you meet people who blaze the tracks. And so I kind of flopped at athletics, but I continued with netball. I used to play the center position, and I still believe that I'm very good, because you need to be very agile and tactical. So I'm really looking for a club to join so that I can further like play netball, because it used to be my life. I still love it. What is your favorite book? This is a hard question, guys, because I'm a reader. Hey, I really love reading. But if I have to kind of highlight or think about the books that I've read this year, I came across a South African author, male author by the name of Sihle Khumalo, and his book kind of inspired me to explore our continent. And for me, he has such a great way of narrating, and he hits the correct notes and moves, just how he uses linguistic devices and telling you a story and painting the picture and humor, like all the elements that are very necessary in narrating a story. The book that I read of his was Africa, the Dark Dark Continent, My Black Ass. Yes, that's the title. I'm not swearing. I swear I'm not. It's it really is an amazing book, guys. And I really want to read his other one. I think the title is I Almost Slept on My Way to Timbuktu, something to that effect. But if you have time, go look for it. I think I Instagrammed about it a few months ago, because we had chosen to read it as part of our book club. And yeah, I really am glad that I. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? That's question number 17. First and foremost, guys, Jamie and Nikki. I absolutely love that couple. So the story behind me falling in love with documenting and sharing your life with other people was really sparked by Jamie and Nikki. It was during the time when I was pregnant, and I was basically just doing my own research just to make my journey a bit more easier. You know, I really like hearing of people's stories and how they experienced that and how they could advise other people against certain things and so forth. And I came across Nikki's video when she took her test and she was about to surprise Jamie with the pregnancy news and whatnot. And I fell in love with them, and ever since then I followed them. You know, I love Ava. She's just such a cute little girl. And yeah, so, and the funny part about it is that our gestation period, Nikki's gestation period and myself, it was a few weeks apart. So I gave birth in early January and she gave birth in late Jan. So it just I felt like she was my prego buddy, because what she was going through I was, and sometimes not. So yeah, that's basically it. But if I bring it home, I would have to say Gabby from Hey Gabsters. I would also say Luni of By Luni, Yolanda of Yours Channel, Olaf of Mommy and Baby Approved, Lumka Chwaha, that's the name of her channel. Who else? Oh, Naledi of Beauty Corner SA, Katleho of Just Katleho, Kopano from Kopano the blog. Can you tell that I love women? Of course, women power. And I feel like the YouTuber space in South Africa is really full of women with great ideas, so I really do love those ladies. Who can I think of? Internationally, I like Gabes and Anna from Nigeria. I think they're from Nigeria. Please correct me if any of you know where they're from. And also who else? How can I forget the girls before? Let's go backtrack. From South Africa, pop culture. Those girls are lit. They know their story. I just love their content. It's fresh, it's engaging, it's funny, it's just relatable. And okay, now I have to close this and wrap this one up. Adana and David and Gay Babe from the US. So yeah, those are my favorite YouTubers. What is your favorite movie? I have to say for this one, Akila and the Bee. My sister and I go crazy over it. We can yeah, we can watch it a couple of days in a row and we just don't mind. Kick some B-U-T-T butt. I just love it. Are you single or taken? I'm happily taken. What is your idea of an ideal first date? I would say it has to be in a quiet restaurant where we get to engage and talk and, you know, have a nice conversation over some water. And yeah, I would say a picnic, but these days people are stealing people, guys, so we need to be careful, huh? How many girlfriends or I haven't had girlfriends, sorry. I've had boyfriends though. It's not I can't remember actually, not that I've had too many, but it's like, yo, I was such a late bloomer. But guys, it's not more than 6, I must say, because I wasn't, yeah. Anyway, favorite memory from childhood, I have 2. Anything with my great-grandmother from my maternal side. She was the matriarch of the family, and we got along like a house on fire. But when we fought, yeah, people knew, and then we just got back to each other naturally, as if nothing happened. The family used to call me her handbag, because she took me everywhere she went, or most places that she went to. I think she was fascinated with me because I looked very different to the rest of my cousins and siblings. They actually thought I was colored, and my mom stole me. The stories, guys. Anyway, and another is, I used to be part of a band as a teenager, and I forgot the name, but our genre, the genre that we used to sing was called kwai hop. Can you imagine how times have evolved? Because people are doing hip-hop that sounds a lot like kwaito. So we were pioneers, visionaries, ne? If we actually kind of stuck to it. Yeah, maybe we would have been far. Guys, you may have known me from the other parts, like the entertainment industry, not this. But yeah, I really love that. It's just that I stopped after, like, as I was about to start matric. That's grade 12, the last year of high school. And then after that, I really went into, I was focused on my academics, and I thought, carry on, because the academic bug bit me, and then after that the corporate bug bit me. And yeah, but I do jam every now and again with my little sister. Do you speak any different languages, and how well? So we as South Africans are in a multilingual society, so people do know one or more language. For me, it is Sesotho, isiXhosa, although I do not speak isiXhosa quite well, but my maternal side, or my maternal family, is Xhosa dominantly. isiZulu, Setswana, Sepedi, Hanyane, because it's from the same language group or language family as Sesotho and Setswana, so the differences aren't that a lot. As well as, what can I think of? Obviously English and a bit of Afrikaans. And yeah, I think that's okay. I speak them fairly well, actually, because I can interact with other people. I really would love to learn Tshivenda as well as Tsonga. Yeah. Do you have any siblings? Yes, there were 7 of us, but now there's 6. How many? There were 3 boys and 4 girls, including myself, obviously, in the 4 girls. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would say my fashion sense is quite laid back, very easy, guys. I don't really like to latch onto any trend. I dress for my body, but yeah, every now and again I visit my tomboy side because I'm a sneaker obsessed person. So yeah, I'm very chilled. What is your favorite restaurant? I really can't pinpoint one, but I really like the vibe at Life Grand. Yeah. What are some of your favorite TV shows? I'm not a TV person. I would rather spend my time reading a book, honestly. And besides, I'm too tired to actually sit in front of a television set when I come back from work, or if I've been out with friends. PC or Mac? Definitely Mac. What phone do you have? I have the iPhone. I'm reading the questions from it, and I just put my phone on silent. But yeah, the iPhone 6S. That was... Oh, the last question is, tell us one of your bad habits. I really hate this now, but and I had extremely healthy nails. But of late, I've been biting them, and they look, oh no, guys, it's a sight for sore eyes. I hate it. There's nothing that I can attribute it to. It's not stress, because sometimes they say it's a telltale of stress or anxiety. But for me, I used to bite my nails when I was a little girl, but now it's just come back. It's just a recent thing altogether. And yes, I went and asked a few friends and some of the people who follow me on social media that I'm friends with actually on Facebook to ask me a few questions. And one question, I got 3 questions. The rest were a bit related to the 3 questions that I'm about to say. So the first question was, why did you leave journalism? And did you not enjoy it? And this person asked me to keep their name off camera. But yeah, so I was in the communications, I am in the communication space, and I used to be a journalist by profession. But for me, it was emotionally taxing. You have to have the heart for it. I do have the heart for it. But the environment was just, I'm very family orientated, and yeah, for me, it was just basically all about family. And I knew the natural progression of my career was to be in corporate. So from a security perspective, I wanted to end up in corporate communications, which I enjoy very much. So I would still enjoy writing, which is like storytelling, but for a different type of audience. And that's basically it. And your girl Lumka Jwaha, who I met with a couple of weeks ago, if I can say more than a month ago, after that video, if you haven't watched it, I'm going to link it up here. It's a video where I went to a wedding in Dara, and I met up with her, bumped into her. So we hooked up for drinks just to kind of know each other. She asked me these 2 questions along with other people. So she said, how do you balance motherhood and being a working woman? I have to say, guys, it takes a village. I cannot do everything alone. So for me, it has to do with my support system. I love everybody who supported this journey, and I'm not alone. I mean, my partner is an amazing father to our son. His grandparents, both from the maternal and paternal side, are very, very helpful. My family in general, and I started and I went into the corporate space when my son was fairly young, and it was very emotional for me. But looking for a nanny was extremely hard. But I realized that sometimes we look very far on the periphery, but everything that we really want is right under our noses. And I asked a neighbor of ours, who's actually a mom of mine, I love her to death, guys, to take care of my son. And with that, I have stressless days, because I just don't have to worry, because I know he's in a good space and in good hands. So it takes a village. I cannot attribute it to anything else but that I do it with the help of other people. Because there was a question that, but you get to work so early and sometimes you leave late, and I was like, but it's really not a burden, you know, if you can trust and you've got people, and you can't go about thinking that you're going to do it alone. Because think about how you were raised. It wasn't your parents, you know. So don't have a misconstrued idea that your parents are the only people who raised you. It took a lot of assistance from relatives, family, friends, and the community at large. So yeah, it takes a village. And the other question that I was asked is that what keeps me inspired? It's that little man. Cliche as it may be, he is my driving force. And I thought that parents were just over-exaggerating. I mean, it's just another human, but it's not just any other human. It's a human that you gave life to. And for me, it just goes back to, if I drop the ball or if I slag, there's somebody who's watching me and who's rooting for me at the bleachers. Besides that, my partner, my family, oh, everybody is just my biggest fan, and as I am with them. And it's just something for me kind of clicked in 2017, because all these other years there was a certain void that was missing, or that was just like there, and I didn't feel complete. But I was listening to a podcast of Basisana Kumalo with Mapaseka Mokwele on her show. There's an insert called Black Girl Magic, and she does it, I think, every first Monday of a new month. And Basi said something so profound, and I feel that it resonated with me because that's how I've been living my life this year. She said she chose to be very present in everything that she does, and that's basically a mantra that I've taken on to say, you can't want to touch things with half a heart, because I'm that person who's a perfectionist who loves doing things and having a high five moment, you know. And if I don't do it with my whole heart in it, then I would not want to put my name on it and know that have people know that I was the pioneer or the person driving this. So that's what keeps me motivated. My mindset kind of just a penny dropped, guys. I just feel like I can conquer the world, and if I can do it while I motivate other people to do it, hell yeah, I'm all for that. And yeah, that's basically me. I am Lebogang, and this is ThroughEllesEyes, and I hope that you enjoyed this insert. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and then press that bell icon to get notifications about my next video. For me, this is where it ends. Love out.
So I ask you.